What's up, Sunderland fans? Welcome to another match preview here with me, Mike, and Conrad over that side. Oh my God, it's failed again. How you doing, Conrad?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Yourself?
I'm good. Excited to get back to winning ways, hopefully, after that Burnley bore. That
heartache, do you want to call it?
Oh, it was difficult. Well. It was difficult. It was painful.
You don't know difficult. I had to do Millwall when there was a 45-minute break in the middle of the first half.
I'll swap you for 2 missed penalties any day. I'd rather pad. Anyway, Let's forget about Burnley. We took a point off them. That's 4 points off Burnley in a season. I will take that. That's the positive to come out of that one. But next up is Derby. Now, this should be an easy one, but these are the ones that we tend to scuff up a bit, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think when I saw the reverse leg at Stadium of Light earlier on in the season, I was lucky enough to be at the game, and it took us a while to get going in that game, if I remember rightly. And then I think Job on 30-ish minutes did that absolute thunderbolt into the air for the south end goal. And it sort of gave us that way. And then Isidore did a lovely sort of tap in at the near post from Mundell's cross in the second just to make it safe. But it was by no means a vintage performance, but it got the job done.
Yeah, I think I was doing live commentary on another channel during that, and it was the moment where I was going, Job's hardly been there. You may as well sub him off. He needs to. He scored.
He scored. No, it wasn't like I say, it wasn't a vintage performance, but you don't need them. You don't need them at all times. Sometimes you just got to get the job done and win. And it was a bit like that the other week. Did we beat someone 1-0 at home? I think Isidore scored. Was it Portsmouth at home? Maybe I can't remember. He'd done a goal like that. But Oxford at home as well. You know, where we were in absolute cruise control. Just didn't even let them near us. So I'm hoping that we go down to Pride Park and do a similar thing where we don't really need to get going out of like third or fourth gear, and we can get the 3 points, because looking at their record, they've got how many wins is this? It's
4 in a row they've lost, right?
They've got 2 wins since the 6th of November.
Yeah,
and that was they've beaten Portsmouth 4-0 in December at home, and they beat Derby. No, they didn't beat Derby. They are Derby. They beat West Brom at home on Boxing Day. Since then, they've had a couple of draws in there, but they've lost most games. Recently lost to Watford.
West Brom's a cracking result, because West Brom are 6th at the moment.
Had their manager left by that point? I don't think he had he?
No,
he was still there.
Maybe he didn't have the Mowbray effect at that stage. But yeah, they've lost the last 4 in a row, one of which being a cup game.
And they lost on penalties to Leyton Orient in that cup game.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great for them.
Well, they've lost. They've lost 4 games in a row in the league, and they've lost a cup game as well in penalties. Yes, they've lost 5.
Yeah. Which was Watford, Bristol, Sheffield Wednesday, and I'm not sure who the previous one from that is.
I will tell you, it was Leeds.
It was expected.
They only lost technically. Only 1-0 at home to Leeds, though.
What a game to come to for Isidore to make up to the fans and come back with his hat trick.
Not that he needs to make anything up.
No, he doesn't. But
we still love him. I'm hoping he will feel that he's got something to prove, and he absolutely doesn't. You know, the keeper, did his incredible shithouse tactics, which he's perfectly allowed to do so, and won that battle twice. And I actually commend Isidore for getting up the second time and feeling like, no, I'm still going to do this, because that must have been an awful position to be in, that you're so determined to get that second one right, and then it go wrong again. It was. I commend him for at least standing, because I wouldn't have wanted to, especially having the first one done. I'd have almost been like, I'll stand here like it's going to be me, and then I'll give it to like Job or someone like that to do it. But we move on. We move on from that. It was still a great point. When we talk about it in isolation, it was a great point away at Burnley.
Yeah. Interesting stat. One of them. Sunderland have won all 4 of the last league games against Derby. The last time we've played, all 4 times we've played them. scoring 8 goals and conceding only once.
Cool. What was the last time we did play Derby out of interest? I'm trying to think. Oh, right. You had it there. Yeah, sorry. Right.
No.
If you want
I don't have it in front of me.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, because I was thinking it had been a while since we played them. They would have been in the Championship for quite a while. We were obviously in League One. I don't think we played them when they came down. So this would have probably been when potentially we were in the Championship last time before this. Or maybe they were in when we came up that first time. But who knows? Who knows where Derby County have been? If you do 11v11, I'm sure you can see the records of it there. But while you're looking up that,
got it.
Derby's players, you've got it there. Well, let's go back to that. Go. What was the last time we played them?
1st of October 2024.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I knew that one. I mentioned that. I meant before the season.
Before that, 2018. We beat them 4-1 at their place.
Oh, that was that we had that like light blue kit. We were bottom of the league and they were chasing the playoffs under Frank Lampard, and yet we turned up and smashed them 4-1.
Yeah, funnily enough, when they came to our place that season earlier on, it was a 1-1 draw. A draw before that. Before 2017, it was 2008. So there's been massive gaps in between.
Yeah, these. it was when they were both in the Premier League at that point.
They've not beat us since the 3rd of February 2001.
Wow. I wish you hadn't said that, because now in my head I'll go, well, it's about
there's a sound bite.
Yeah, it's like when strikers haven't scored a goal in 40 games, and it's like they're playing Sunderland this week, and you're like, oh god, I already know this script. Like I know where this is going. Yeah, I didn't think we played Derby a lot. It'd be interesting. That 4-1 in 2018. Can you click on it and read out the team, please? That just for the sake of seeing the two sides from when we were last in the Premier League.
Our team, we're reading now.
Yes, our team.
Awesome goalkeeper, Lee Camp.
Yeah.
Awesome defender. Actually rate this defender. Lemaine Cornet, Love, O'Shea, Paddy McNair, Brian Oviedo, Catamol, Honeyman, McGeady, Fletcher, and Gooch.
Yeah. That team.
There you go. That team
turned up and smashed them.
I feel like that team there, we've got a great defence, then it just starts to fall away.
Yeah. But then McGeady came absolutely like
Maja on the bench. McManaman on the bench. Lua on the bench.
Was there Sorrow on the bench as well?
Our bench is better than our team.
Players that then went on to have a decent year for us in League One the year below, and some obviously moved on to other places. But yeah, and then you'd think about the team that we played them with a few months back, when you've got sitting there going like, well, at the time it'd have been Patterson, Hume, Ballard, 09, Meppen, maybe, Elise, Sirkin. You've got Neil, Job, Rigg, Mundell at the time, Roberts, Isidore. That was the game also where Paveda came on for a minute, was injured, and then went back off, I will say.
Yeah. I've started clicking on things now. We're going down. We're going down a rabbit.
Well, while you're doing that, Derby County. So let's have a look at their players in here. So they're a team similar to ours, where they've got sort of a couple of goal scorers sort of shared out amongst the team, really. But their top scorer is Jerry Yates. He's played 24 and he's got 6 goals. And then it's Ibrahim Adams has got 4 goals in 25. Caden Jackson 27 games and 3 goals. And then it starts to be 2 goals per player for a while and 1 goal player for a while. But interestingly, their sort of assist maker, as it were, Nathaniel Mendez-Lang, is the one I always hear about in this division there. 27 games, 4 assists. He does also have 2 goals to his name, so he's got 6 goal contributions as well. Whereas Jerry Yates, if you include his assists, has 8. So those are the sort of players that I think we need to be looking at, as it were, for the game. What are your thoughts on the lineup for Sunderland, I will say?
Well, I wouldn't change much.
No.
The only thing I would change...
You might get forced to with Meppen.
Well, the only thing I want to see is I feel like Lefay should be playing in the centre, not out on the wing.
I did think he played very well out there, though.
He did, yeah, but I think he'd play very well everywhere. But I do think he would be much better in the centre. Them little stabby through balls would be great. Plus, when Mundell comes back, wouldn't like to lose Mundell.
I know what you mean.
I'd rather drop Neil.
It wasn't. I knew you were going to drop Neil. I don't think Rigg had his best game for us against Burnley. He was definitely a handful, prior to his injury, but I think he's still obviously coming back. Do you know what I mean? You didn't expect miracles from him. He's 17 at the end of the day as well. So we had, Roberts doing his usual stuff, Rigg sort of battling, being quite combative up for, and then Lefay with a bit of skill and beauty on the side. Whereas if you were doing it the other way, you were saying you would put Lefay in the middle and Job and Rigg as your two midfielders. Yeah. And who would you put out left? Mayenda, Roberts, Ashish?
Roberts right, Mayenda left.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Ashish, she's been doing really well.
Yeah, Ashish out, and maybe Mayenda in for
without
Roberts,
injury. It'd obviously be Mundle and Roberts at the stage. I don't know. I don't know. It's difficult to see where every player fits in at the moment with Sunderland. If everybody's fit and there's no problems, then there's going to be problems picking a team. It's going to be based on how well they're doing at training.
He does seem he's got a bit lucky in terms of not lucky because it's obviously awful, but some players have been injured that he hasn't had to make these decisions so far with them. Really, like Watson was coming good. Not saying he was ever going to unseat Mundle, but Watson came good because Mundle was out. When suddenly they're both fit, what are you going to do?
This is it. This is the difficult thing. It's a nice position to be in, but it's still difficult. But I mean, every game, the last 4 or 5 games, you just don't even look at the team. Look at the bench. Our bench has been so strong in the last few games. It's like, wow, we've got players on the bench that should be starting purely because of the quality we've got in the team.
Yeah, definitely. Just to say, while we're on the subject, I know we've talked about their danger players. I mean, obviously we know R1 Isidore with 8 goals so far. You've got like Patrick Roberts, who's got 7 goal contributions to his name, 2 goals, 5 assists. Bellingham has 7 as well, 4 goals and 3 assists. Mayenda has 8. He has 3 goals and 5 assists. He's been getting so many assists in his new role that he's been playing under Le Bris since he's come back into the team, really.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're counting his one against Portsmouth when he prodded towards goal when Alan Brown came in and stole it. But we've got a lot of goals shared out amongst our team in our midfield.
If the Burnley game and seeing Lefay is anything to go by, them numbers are going to start to go up and up and up. And I can see, I know we're 4th, and I know there's a 5-point deficit between us and Leeds. But Leeds have got a good track record of snatching a few draws, losing to a few weird teams. So they're not like an unbeatable team. I think it's going to be a battle in the top 2 between us and Sheffield United.
That's fair. I mean, I think every one of them is still in with an absolute shout at the minute. What they were saying the other day about Burnley, and even Parker said so, is that they don't score many goals. So, I mean, we saw that the other night because they started well in the first 20 minutes and then we took over the rest of the first half. And there was only one team who looked like they were genuinely trying to win the game in the second half with us, with the penalties and the, trying to get forward. Mayenda almost scored if it wasn't for that last minute block by whichever defender it was. We could have I gone? Did I disappear there for a second?
You did. You kind of jiggered around.
Yeah, that's an editing point. But
there you go.
They don't score many goals, Burnley, and they proved that the other night. We had a couple of chances still. Mayenda with the one that was almost blocked off the line that was there. We had obviously the 2 penalties. Lefay had some shots from distance. Isidore through on goal, hitting the post as well. We're just feeling we're creating chances, we're just not taking them all. And if we could do that, we'd be clear, I think.
I know that this is a preview, and you did your match reaction, but were you surprised to see Lefay starting?
No, I wasn't surprised to see Lefay in, really. I think it was a sign of intent. And, of course, if the player's been frustrated, shall we say, about not getting game time at Roma, what better way to use that than to go, all right, you're straight in. Let's let some of that out. Let's show them what they've been missing by not having you. And also, it doesn't sort of go, hey, you're straight in. Enjoy the bench. Like, it was.
But that's what you expected, right? Surely you expected him to be on the bench and come on at half time or come on.
I don't know. I quite liked that from him, and of course, Le Bris knows what to get from him because he's worked with him before, so I think he knew what was there. And also, if anything, it meant that Burnley had no prep time on him because they never normally they might be like, oh, this is how they play with Ashish, this is how they play with Mayenda out there, this is how they play with whoever's out there, and then suddenly comes in this player who they don't even know and have gone, well, we haven't seen him play for a while. Well, how is he going to play? Is he going to play through the middle? Is he going to move? Is he going to do, it just sort of, it gave us a bit of an unknown edge. So I was all for it, I think is the best way of saying it. And he clearly proved why he should have been in the team, first of all.
Yeah. So what would you change? Would you change anything for the lineup?
I think Meppen, picked up a knock, and I don't know if he's going to be back. I haven't heard anything there, but I would probably keep Meppen in if you could, of course, because I do think he's one of the better defenders. But if not, you go Ballard and 09, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. Back four after those two, Ballard or Meppen picks itself, of course, keep itself. I would pretty much keep the exact same team. The only change possibly would be Mayenda for Roberts and Mayenda for Rigg, because when Mayenda came on, I thought we got even better against Burnley. His pace was causing them all sort of problems, and his link-up play, the little ball through to Isidore to even win the penalty, which kind of was just outside the area, but that little pass through was something else. Just getting around the side of their left backs as well. That chance just falling to him in the 6-yard box, and him just smashing it a goal and just blocked. I think he gave us something else, and of course against Sheffield United on New Year's Day, goal and was it an assist? Yeah, it was. He flung it all the way out to Isidore. I think he's clearly, doing well. And it's not that I don't think Rigg's an amazing player and a generational talent, potentially. I just think Mayenda's in his little spell at the moment. And while Rigg's just coming back from injury, let's not just rush him in for the sake of it. Let's just go Mayenda for Rigg. And then Neil's doing well. You just don't like it, right? Mayenda for Rigg, but Roberts and Mayenda can interchange throughout the game. And of course, Lefay. Then the whole forward three, apart from Isidore, can interchange throughout the game. Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I don't know if he will. I think he'll stick with the same lineup. And I think we've got to back Wilson Isidore. And hopefully he scores and, gets back on the horse.
One last question, right?
Okay.
Before we go on to score predictions. Why can no TV channel understand our formation? Sky will put us up as like 4-1-3-2-6-9, and then Google's got us up as a 4-4 straight flat 4-4-2, and we've played the same formation more or less all season. Why did none of them understand?
Well, I was watching Alt Ending the other day, who commented on our last video. Thank you for watching along if you are. Love your stuff, mate. But he put that we were doing a 4-1-4-1, and I'd never really thought about it like that. And then I actually looked at it and went, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Because Neil's, you pivot for the midfield to turn it out. And then, we've got our two, because Job gets forward, Rigg gets forward, you got the 4 on the outside. I think in transitions or in certainly quick counterattacks, it looks like it could be a 4-2-1. 4-2-1-3, with the 3 up top or whatever.
4,
like
2,
the 3.
1.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1, kind of, yeah. But all with the 4-3-3, it's sort of, it moves throughout the games, and probably that's been a good advantage of ours. But I hadn't really thought about it being actually it's a bank of 4 with a player in the middle, a bank of 4 with a player up top of them, and it was, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
very fluid.
Depends. Yeah, I would love to see if I don't know where we would look at this. Probably on one of the Opta Sports thing, the average position of each player each season to actually see what like our formation looks like, where they've just been like heat mapped and stuff, like where's his average position been in every single game, and you could almost then go, this is where they actually tend to be. It'd be really interesting to see.
Yeah. So, score prediction, Derby.
We're going to get back to winning ways, of course. I think I'm going to mirror the same score that we got home at the Stadium Light. I think we're going to beat them 2-0. I think Isidore is going to get both. I'm
going to double you. I'm going to see yours and raise you. 4-0 to Sunderland. 4-0. Absolute tonking for Derby. At the hands
is Isidore going to get all 4?
No, he's not. But we will see Enzo's first goal on the score sheet at least. So there you go. That's my prediction.
All right with that. That's a good one. No one in our league. We didn't get any. No one had 0-0 in the Burnley game. There was a lot of 1-1s.
No points. No points.
There was a lot of 1-1s and there was a lot of 1-0s, which we were very close to. You, of course, all of those. So we're edging, shall we say? So get your predictions in here. So
I can see us giving something away at the end of the season to one person who got one score right.
You've got to be in it to win it, haven't you? So, yeah, get your predictions in the comments. I want to know what everyone else is thinking for this game. So 2-0 for myself, 4-0 for Mike, whichever way he is. And, yeah, we'll hopefully smash them. You're doing a live commentary, I believe, on Tuesday?
Yes. It's going to be a skin of the teeth one. I work in the other side of the Pennines on Tuesday, so I'll be gunning it home to get there in time. But even if it's a minute or two late, I will be doing a commentary.
Very good, very good. Well, we look forward to seeing that. I will not be in the comments to help you out this time, to spoil it, as it were. I was keeping you right, though, on the last one, because the second penalty, you went, what's he given there? And I was like, I'm going to have to tell him. So I even typed in, it's a penalty, just to sort of help you. And
it's difficult. I have zero audio. I have zero audio when I do commentary. It's all me because I don't want somebody else talking me.
I think it was most people in the ground didn't seem to know a penalty had been given at that point. Yet that was the one that was actually the most obvious penalty out of the lot. He swiped his legs away while he was turning.
Yeah, he got the ball and then he got mullered afterwards. So anyway, that's for a different video. So would you like to say goodbye to the millions of viewers and tell them what they need to do to help us?
Yeah, to help us, just like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Really does help us out. Puts us on other feeds for people so they can see it as well. So obviously join Mike on Tuesday night to do the commentary. It'll be on this channel. So if you subscribe now, you'll know exactly where it is at that time. Just really helps out. That one. We don't want your money. We just want your attention for a little bit. That's the best way of saying it.
Yeah. We want attention.
Yeah, just attention seekers. That's all we are.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in another video really soon. Goodbye.